Yo, here we go. We are in this thing right now, man. We are in this thing right now. I'm gonna slide this picture down here somewhere. Um, Here we go. We're about to go into Shift 5. Record. All right, here we go. Now we're about to get into some trades for the day. Okay, let's start here with our analysis. My analysis is like way over here. All right, let's see what's going on. We ran our analysis for today. Let's make sure. I want to always be able to make sure I can see the picture in picture, right? So that's how we're gonna run this. Make sure we can always run the picture in picture. Maybe it actually doesn't matter more than it matters that I am actually oh, cool. Okay, so here we go. I was running my analysis. What is price doing right now? What am I doing right now? Okay, here we go. And analysis begins. As you can see, I woke up late. It is currently Wednesday, August 14th. It's about 7 o'clock. I woke up late today for sure. Just being completely honest. Should have been up a lot earlier because I could have been up in this trade here. But price ended up coming down and turning around and coming back up eventually as a day. So I won my trades. We ran through our analysis. It's going from the daily, marking off previous highs and lows from the day. Did we see anything significant? Not really. I didn't see anything significant other than price looks like it's mostly wanting to come take out highs in this area. As a gap in a small time frame here. So I was potentially looking for a rejection. I didn't see any gaps here. Like there is a slight gap here. Oh, there's a huge gap here. It just blew through. I actually missed that gap too. Cool. Came back and filled it. I'm cleaning up the charts a little bit. What else is going on? As we're moving along, I go from the daily to like the 1 hour to the 15. I'm only checking NQ right now. You can see I go to the 1 hour to look at those same points to see where prices potentially might go. It didn't look like it wanted to go any higher. There are some gaps in here. You can see here, small gap here. I might actually mark that off in this process. You see a small gap in there. Yep, you see the small gap I'm marking off there. What else is going on? Am I finding in here? Price did not want to go any higher, so I marked off this last high. Went above that, then had a very bearish engulfing candle come down, making some relative equal lows. I was looking for some SMTs between US 30 and S&P 500 versus the NQ. As we go on, now I'm looking at the Dow at US 30. I'm seeing rejections off of the VWAP, and as you can see, while you can see US 30 was making highs, they made similar highs, but then it came back and rejected off of the VWAP. This one broke. The NQ broke under the VWAP. It seems to be making lower lows while this one is trying to aim for lower highs. Eventually, did I take a sell or take a position? No, I didn't take a position. I was preparing to take a position as I'm just cycling back and forth between the time frames, looking for opportunities to enter this trade and just to get an understanding of what price is going to do. Because if I don't have an understanding of what price is going to do, then I am in confusion. And if I am in confusion, I do not want to trade confusion. You know. Maybe you don't. I might have took a position over here. I think I was just looking at Ethereum, or actually it wasn't even Ethereum. I like what I was seeing on Euro USD though. I actually took a small position on it. Ended up closing out for like just enough to cover the fee. Okay, that was the analysis, and then now we get into the trade. All right, let's get into the trade, and here we go. All right, so we get into the trade. I take that small position on Euro USD, thinking it is Ethereum, and it's clearly not Ethereum. It clearly says Euro USD. Doing like $1 and some change. All right. Whoa, hold on, that happened kind of fast. Okay, I ended up entering a position on. This is one of my first trades ever taken on US 30, and as you can see, price came up. It made a low, made a high, made a lower, made a higher low, made a higher high, made a higher low. Then it came back and made a lower high, and starts to break past the VWAP and the consolidation. So I take a small position, go for 2 contracts. These are mini contracts, not micros. And that was an accident. I actually meant to take micros, but I took minis. And best believe them numbers started to run a little fast. And so the NQ is breaking down. I think I was just a little late on entering the trade. I wanted to be right at this line, this blue line here. Like I would have loved to be right breaking past probably this last low or this last low when I entered. Really, I wanted to see this thing break past VWAP, the VWAP, and then trade continues on. You move into some profit. What's crazy is, watch this. I'm taking a trade, right? And then freaking thing just logs me out, dude. Watch this. Freaking thing just, trading. I don't know why TradingView does that sometimes. It just logged me out. I did it a couple times too. I don't know if it's internet connection or something. Just freaking logs me out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So come back in, or log back in. I'm up, about $450 roughly. And just, I'm in the trade. I felt pretty confident in the direction once trade broke out like that with that big bearish engulfing candle, but price, I think it started to give me some rejection. It wasn't showing that it really wanted to go down. I was like, whoa, this is going to be a huge fair value gap. Yes, we're still in profit. I ended up closing for like a small win, maybe some small losses. Let's just fast forward some, see how this trade goes. All right, trade goes up. Look at that. First, we get wicked out on the, what's that? Oh, I didn't get wicked out. I took more. I added more positions on the sell for NASDAQ. I'm still in 2 contracts on US 30 minis. And then the price starts to reverse on me. I move my stop loss back some. I actually enter more positions on NQ. Things are getting a little hectic. I'm 17 contracts in. 7 contracts. I enter more positions on US 30. And as you can see, price really starts to reverse on me. I was hoping that it would hit this area and reject, but nope, it ran right through those stops. Same here. I was hoping it would hit this area and reject and continue down, but price continued to just rise. So I was like, okay, looking like we're about to make a potential head and shoulders pattern. I just need to see some more confirmations and confluences of the direction, because it looked like we are having a change of structure here, or about to have it at least. They're getting a little ahead of myself. You can see we are down about, we're down I'm not sure what we were down for the day, but at some point down time, I was down about $2,800, $2,900 on the day. And I'm sure that's coming up here soon. You know, I wish I had a way to remove those arrows and stuff when I'm trading. Like, I want some indication, but I need those smaller. They just kind of get all in the way. So I start checking through the time frames to get a better understanding and make sure I understand the full picture, because I'm questioning myself at this point. You know, and price is looking like, I'm like, man, what is going on? Price is making, it's not really wanting to go higher or lower. So I'm like, we got a bunch of consolidation. Then we start to see the break. And I think this is where price, we're going to pause that here. Price made that head and shoulders pattern right here. This is where the head and shoulders pattern came. It's a mosquito, I'm sorry. Gotta get him. I can't stand mosquitoes, man. I can't stand a mosquito. Interrupted my whole video. Cause bro, y'all can't just come around here, man. You know, with nature it's like life and death. They don't play that lukewarm, mediocre stuff. Like, they going all the way, going hard, or you dead meat. So I kill them. I believe in killing them, because they will kill you if you allow it. Yeah, and what I'm seeing here is like there's a huge shift of structure here on the NQ, but I can't really tell looking at the Dow. I can't really see that. And let's see, maybe I actually start to go into the higher time frames of the Dow to see if it makes more sense. I'm looking for setups here in Ethereum. I go and check the news. Nothing but this bill coming out today. CPI came out at 8:30. I really would love to see how that affected the news. The EI Petroleum Status Report, I really should look to see how that came out, how it turned out, and how that might have affected the day. I want to see that. That came out at 10:30. Let's see what times I was out my trades, and let's see how that might have affected the trades for the day, because price did end up going on a nice bull run, where I ended up closing for about over $6,000 today, I'm sure, on the P&L. And we'll go check that. So price is, I'm like, fuck, I think by this time I'm like fucking up this entry because I'm missing it. There was an opportunity I saw here where I felt like price came back to sort of fill a small value gap. It also did it here when it came back and rejected off this level. Because the gap is, where's the gap? The gap is boom, boom, it's created there. There's a gap, there's a fill here. Price came back to touch on. There was a very small gap here, I thought. Very small gap created there. Price came back and filled, rejected. And so these are little moves where I'm like, okay, those are opportunities for me to get in a trade earlier, have a better entry. But it also makes me very scary, because it makes me very afraid, because I seen price making these highs, right? Then he had a shift in structure. And now it's under this level, and I'm like, yo, price is clearly about to reject this and go down. Like, look at this. But watch what price does. Look down here at the MACD as we have the crossover going to the upside, and we're approaching zero to go above zero. So that's letting me know that potentially we have some upside momentum coming, and it rejected off this same major level with these sort of like equal, almost relatively equal lows. You can see the SMT here on the NASDAQ. If I could draw that somehow with tools, is there a way I can like edit with tools, use tools? Nope, there is no way I can really do that. I would need like an iPad or something to like draw this line that I would like to draw and show you. And basically what I'm talking about is a line from here to here versus the line from here to here. And so let's keep going. As you can see, price is breaking out to new highs. So I'm like, if NQ is going this hard, I'm expecting US 30 to kind of follow suit. As you can see, if you look over here to the right, US 30 never went like in the red today. It was always positive. So that gave me already some hint at a bullish bias, because everything was already kind of low coming in, after it sold out, after it touched a new high from this 4-day run the market has been on. And so it just kept me thinking that price was going to be bullish. So let's go. We go on. Today I did like yesterday. I'm gonna just pause the video for a second. Yesterday I felt really good, patient, and ready for the market and the trades and taking on the risk and put just the emotional the emotional you know waves it just puts you through. So as we go on, prices breaking out on the Nas 100, Nasdaq. You can see prices starting to break out. It's shooting through these levels where typically you would get a rejection. Shooting through these levels, right? I finally enter a position once I see that it's breaking past the area that I expected to reject, which was this area here. I was expecting it to reject at this area here. I enter in some small positions, and at this point, I'm wanting to scale in slowly, just because I want to see if the price is actually going to run. If it is going to run, then let's make it happen. It's almost 8 o'clock uh, Pacific time, which is 11 o'clock on the East Coast. As we're approaching lunch, I'm like, if we get to lunch and this thing hasn't moved, I'm probably gonna be done for the day. As we keep going, see price. I got some small positions in. I'm scaling in slowly. Oh, I get wicked out, and that's must be where the big hit comes from. That's where the big hit comes, because there was a point in time where I'm like messing up the entries. I'm like, man, I'm not really getting no entry signals, but I'm still trying to take a trade based on the breakout. But I think, like I said, I jumped in late. Like I should have been in when it broke over this level. I should have been in here, when it rejected. Like at this level, and where should I have been in here? See, I don't really have an entry signal other than the breakout from the consolidation, and the rejections of, those support and resistance level. Right now, I got 4 contracts in on US 30. I have no positions open on micro Nasdaq's micros. And so you see I enter in 4 contracts as price pulls back some more just to get a better entry. Enter in 4 more contracts. Let's see when I do that. I enter in 4 more contracts, and I feel good about US 30 because I'm earlier on the run. I'm in there earlier on the run versus with Nasdaq. I done already kind of messed up. I was in a little heavy, and I didn't want to go too far in the drawdown because I ain't no telling where it was possibly going to run to. It could have easily reversed at this moment because it's under the VWAP, and I just don't trust that. Especially buying in the middle. It's better to buy at key levels than to buy in the middle. And so as you can see, price starts to go on a little run. I finally enter a position on NQ after it makes that rejection, and then I get a bullish engulfing counter coming in, going past the VWAP and past that last high it made on this short run. It's on the day, and then from here we just kind of coast to the finish line for the most part. I ended up making up all my losses and making some profit today. As you can see, price came in and I was just scaling in slow. I already scaled in. I didn't want to increase my positions too much. I wanted to take my time with this, especially as I'm getting more comfortable with the market and throughout the week. Tomorrow is going to be Thursday. I'm expecting a really good run, so I'm gonna make sure I get to bed early today, especially after I got a studio session from 5:30 to 8:30. After that, I need to lock it in because I really need to prepare for the next day. As prices move, it does some drawbacks. I'm trailing with my stop losses, and as I'm trailing with my stop losses, I'm taking some profits just to put me at ease and at relief and to get some profits. You know what I mean? I have my stops way over target. And I'm feeling confident in my ability to manage the trade, but I'm not feeling confident in where price is going necessarily. I think it's pretty clear at this point, but I'm still just not feeling it. I'm like, price could turn around at any point. I made profit for the day. I'm happy with that. I'm not in a rush. I have beat this challenge in multiple times in a single trade. I beat this challenge multiple times in a single trade, and This time, what I'm really hoping to practice is scaling slowly. And then as you can see, I get stopped out. I think I went, so I'm a little too, like 2,500 over profit today. Um, and then we'll check to see what I actually close with today. Let's see what I actually close with today. Sorry about all the cleaners and people in the background. Y'all just gonna have to forgive me for that. Let's see what we actually closed with today. Today we closed. Look at that, 2781 in total P&L. I was actually down. We were down $2,800 today, so that lets you know we made up huge in the losses. And that was the trade for the day. And so the areas where I felt like I could improve are, especially on those really just going to bed on simple as going to bed on time. Simple as getting up on time, simple as following my routine, saying no to the things that are outside of my routine, staying on time, staying with the schedule. Simple stuff like that can help me improve my trading widely. I think we handled this well. This is not a super easy day. And I'm saying it's not super easy because it wasn't as clear at first. It took a minute for things to really get clear. Like it was clear at first, price was selling. Then on the turnaround, it's like, okay, are you about to just totally reverse, or are you correcting yourself for the continuation? So, and today, price reversed. Wednesdays are known for reversals. So that was really good. And we're going to journal that a little bit. And then breakdown is done. Montego Ramon, man, you know what I'm on. Risers Effects. Y'all stay in tune, stay in touch. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I got more videos coming. Any plans and updates coming? Nah, tomorrow we're looking at, I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. Today we will do some extra studying and back testing just to practice those moves and get really familiar. On the personal account, did not go so well today. Actually, we're not doing bad at all. We only lost we had lost $24 of the 57 I have. I basically was back at break even, and I'm thinking about potentially getting an instant funding account. But again, it's this thing of like not being in a rush. The payouts are gonna come. Just take your time, live your lifestyle, stay consistent, because the payouts it take a little time. Like for me to get that first payout with Apex, I need 10 days of trading. I need to beat the challenge, and then I can only withdraw between the 1st and the 5th of the month, and then the 15th and the 20th of the month. So cool, like I said, I had made like 78K in equity on the 100K account. Like just a couple weeks ago. I spent like the week after that losing all. The week after, blue accounts. This week we're coming back with all this new knowledge that we're implementing in to correct ourselves and to ensure that we not only make the profits, we're consistent, and we preserve the capital, and we keep the money. You know what I'm saying? Basically preserve the capital. I said the same thing like 3 times, but you get the point. You got to protect your capital, you got to manage your risk well, got to stick to the plan. And then, cause it's like, what does it matter if I made 78K in equity if I'm losing it all? You know what I mean? So let's build on that. Like I said, I'm documenting everything, showing the portfolio. I think we're managing trades well. I understand that there are investors out here who are fighting tooth and nail to get 8% a year. I do 8% like every day, or more. You know what I'm saying? So. Right now I'm being very modest and reserved with my trades, but I'm to make sure I want to pass a challenge. I'm sure I could do it in one trade. It'll come. It usually comes so effortless, it's crazy. And then from there, once we activate the new account, We're going to get into some deep profit, and then we're going to take some big risk. We'll take some big risk.